Hi, fourth grade friends. You are going to be taking a mid-unit assessment, and I want to do something a little bit different. This is something that I do in the class all the time, and it's a great thing for test taking, and that is to have organized scrap paper, basically. You're going to be doing this in your math journal, and I'll let you just do it on the next available page. Title it Mid-Unit Assessment, the date, and then you're ready for number one. You're going to be solving your problems on this paper. If it's a word problem, you know I'm going to see the important information and I'm going to see labels next to every number that you write down, because in a word problem, the numbers stand for things, right? So you want to keep track of what your numbers are representing. And then I'll have a final answer if it's a word problem. If it's just numbers that you have to calculate, like adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing, I'll see that work being done on the paper. Sometimes, not often, but sometimes you'll just know the answer. In that case, you would just write the answer that you got. But those are few and far between. Those will not be very often. How's this going to look? Number one, I've got my work done. Some problems are going to take just a little bit of room. Might be one that is fairly straightforward. When you finish doing your work and you get your final answer, circle your final answer and then draw a line. Now you're ready for number two. Your work, this one might be a really long one. I might have to draw models. I might have to label my models. I might not like my answer, and mathematicians just do one cross out and then they keep going. Why? Because it may be that you want to go back and relook at that old information you thought wasn't right the first time. So you don't scribble it out, you don't need an eraser, you just keep on persevering and going. You may need to draw a different model, you may need to add some more information, and so on. This one might even take 2 pages, but some of them will take a little bit of space and some will take a lot of space. Let's pretend this one took 2 pages. I'm continuing number 2. When I'm finished, I get my final answer, I circle it, and then I make a line and I'm ready for number 3. Maybe number 3 is just some kind of multiplication problem and it's short. I fit my final answer, I circle it, and then I get ready for number 4. Okay, so you want to have your paper look like this for the entire test. So when I look at it, or your teaching coach looks at it, they'll see your final answers for number 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on circled. And they'll also see the work that you did. Why is this important? Well, for one thing, if there's any kind of error, any kind of misunderstanding, we can go back and look and see where that misunderstanding was. Also, another reason is because these problems that are getting more complex in the higher grades are going to have a lot of data involved in them, and you're going to need a way to keep track of that data, whether it's with labels, models, charts. You're going to want to be able to write it down, look back at it to refer to it. And the last reason is because sometimes you'll pick an answer that you don't really want. You picked A and you really meant to pick B. Well, if you can prove to me in your journal that, look, right here, number 2, here's all my work, here's my final answer. See, I did mean to pick the other answer. Guess what? You get to have those points. You have proof of how you solved it. So it's a win, 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 and it's part of taking this assessment today. In order to get a 100% correct on this assessment, you'd have to also be able to show where you worked them out, okay? Take your time, label every number, and just do a careful job. Read the instructions carefully and draw out the information in a form you can really look at and understand. Okay?